words does a convicted criminal choose to be their last before they die? Would they ask for forgiveness or tell their family they'll miss them? Most probably do. Others, however, have other things to say. Here are some of the strangest last words before execution. To 20-year-old Jimmy Glass and inmate Jimmy Wingo escaped from jail and shot an elderly couple to death while burglarizing their home. Both blamed each other for the crime and both ended up on the electric chair.
Jeffrey David Matthews had his execution postponed 3 times, twice by the governor of Oklahoma to further investigate his claims of innocence and once due to the controversy surrounding the drugs they were going to administer to him. Matthews was indicted for the 1994 murder of his great-uncle, Otis Earl Short, after he and an accomplice robbed his home. Matthews shot in the back of the head and slit his wife's throat, but she managed to survive. After a rough childhood and a string of failed marriages, Barbara Graham went into prostitution before being married again to a bartender and drug addict. She soon left him for a business associate of his, Emmett Perkins, who ran an illegal gambling operation. The couple, as well as other accomplices, decided to rob a widow who was remote to have a large stash of cash in her home. Graham tricked her into letting them into her home by asking to use the phone. To stop the elderly lady's shrieks, she bludgeoned her with her pistol and as a result killed her. The crew ended up overlooking the money and jewelry, and was caught a couple months later after somebody squealed. Bloody Babs, as the media called her, was sentenced to the gas chamber.
While getting strapped to the electric chair, George Apple suddenly found the situation humorous, and delivered those infamous last words. These words quickly spread through the public and became more remembered than his actual crime. He was convicted of first-degree murder for killing a police officer, although little is known about that murder.
Robert Charles Towery was executed through lethal injecting, which is ironic considering he was charged for injecting battery acid into his victim before strangling him to death in a 1991 robbery. The victim was a philanthropist who loaned money to Towery on several occasions and used him as his mechanic. During Towery's last moments, he apologized to the victim's family and cursed his bad mistakes. The potato reference was a secret message to his nephew. It is the sound that a Harley-Davidson motorcycle makes while the engine is idle, and was a way for saying that everything is okay.